The next position we're going to go for is the position of mature students. So if all the candidates could get up for that, please. The positions for mature students is Ethan Barker and Ron reopen nominations. So we're going to go with a 2-minute opening speech, and that starts now for you.
Hi everybody, my name is Ethan Barker. I'm a mature student in my second year of Development and Peace Studies degree. As a mature student myself, I'm aware that there can be specific issues which affect mature students both on and off campus. So, as the part-time mature students officer, I would really work hard to ensure that the interests of all mature students are represented at the Student Union Council and any other relevant committees, actively engage with mature students across campus through face-to-face meetings, emails, whatever, to understand their views on their courses, their learning environment and any other aspects of life at Bradford that they would like to see represented at the council. Make sure that the views of all mature students are put forward, and importantly, I think, feedback on progress on issues, etc., from the council and other committees. I would also organise and support any particular social events or campaigns that mature students would particularly like to see happen. So really, in short, I'm ready to work on behalf of all mature students at the university to ensure that our particular interests are recognised and to provide support towards a positive and fulfilling experience at Bradford. Thank you.
And that was the opening speech there for the position of mature students. So we have a few questions. What plans do you have for the year?
In this particular
plans
role.
for the year, yes.
I think my first item...
Sorry,
I beg your pardon. The first item on my agenda would be to set up a forum for mature students to understand who the mature student body is within the organisation and make sure I've got the two-way communication set up.
And how do you plan to engage mature students?
Be a very similar answer. I would set up a forum. I appreciate that social media is a very useful tool for communication, but I really do like face-to-face meetings. I would be ready to put time aside, you know, on a fortnightly, monthly basis, whatever, to hold a meeting with all the mature students so people could drop in. But I also find a useful way of communicating is to send emails after meetings have happened so that people understand what has been discussed and how their views were represented.
Next question is, what is the UBU to you?
To me, I think simply it is the voice of the mature student. That's what it means to me.
And the final question is, what duties do you think you have as Mature Students Officer?
I think that the duties are to represent the interests, concerns, voice of the mature student population at Bradford, and to make sure that these are represented at the various councils and committees and also within the policies of the university.
Yeah, thank you. Have you got any more questions for this position? Okay, so we'll just go to your summation speech now, and your 1-minute closing speech for the role of Mature Students Officer starts now.
Okay, my closing speech would really be to reiterate what I've just said about making sure that the interests of all mature students at Bradford are put forward in the appropriate arena, making sure that I feed back to the mature student body, keeping them informed of progress regarding decisions and so on and so forth. And finally, I would just say that I would work very hard in this role to make sure that that happened.
Okay, you heard there the opening and closing speeches for candidate for mature students with Ethan Barker and Ron reopen nominations. You can of course vote for that position, as you can all of them, from midnight on Wednesday via the website. We're going to take a quick break now before we come back to the next positions, which will be for NUS Delegate and the NUS Delegate Women's Officer. So we'll be back after this quick